All right, guys, today we are going to talk about my 5 tips of selling your home fast. But before we get into that, I want to talk about a little story here because recently my stepbrother gives me a call and I have tried to hook him up with a realtor multiple different times. I have sent somebody out to him. He's out in Austin. He's not in Dallas, but I can connect you anywhere, just FYI. Let that be known. He decides he wants to still go it alone, right? And he gets a contract on his house. Fantastic. He's going to sell at the price he wants. So great. Love this story. Going so good so far, right? However, I'm like, just go ahead and send me that contract before you sign it, just so I can look at it, just to make sure. If you don't read real estate contracts all the time, then you do not know what it says, okay? You can be super smart, but are you a contract attorney? I don't think so. So he sends it to me. This is like 10:30 at night. I'm already like so tired and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to look at this really quick before he signs it. So I'm reading it over, you guys. And the terms of this contract are not in his favor in any way, shape, or form. And he was just about to sign this off like, oh yeah, no big deal. This all sounds great, because he didn't realize what he was reading. So that gets me to my point number 1, hire a realtor. I know that this is a fast, crazy moving market and you think, oh my gosh, I'm just gonna put my house on the market and it's gonna sell so fast and I'm gonna have all these multiple offers. But what happens if you don't even know what the contract means? You don't even know what you're signing. You don't know what you're agreeing to. So there's so many reasons to hire a realtor. Me, 1, we can get to know each other. But 2, just because it helps with so many facets of the process. Like you get the contract, that's 1. But what if you're in a multiple offer situation? How do you know which terms are better than the other? How do you know what you should agree upon? How do you know what the next steps are and all of the lingo that's involved that you're just not familiar with? So that is why it's so important to hire a realtor. If it's not me, hire somebody that you know, like, and trust, that you know is gonna do a great job for you. That's tip number 1. Tip number 2, get your house ready. And that means a lot. So people will say, get your house ready, and that means pre-inspection. Do you know you haven't been keeping up with your HVAC servicing? Do you know you've had a little leak in the shower upstairs? All of these tiny little things that you've been ignoring that are no big deals are easy, quick fixes that you can just take care of before you list the house, and it won't come up on an inspection. Other things that you need to do is declutter. You'll hear everybody and their mother tell you that. Declutter, 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 and depersonalize. Make it so that somebody can walk into your house and they can visualize themselves in your space without visualizing you in your space. Okay, so very important. And then other things, just like looking at your baseboards, seeing if they're super dirty, looking at your fans, making sure they're clean. Do all that little stuff to get your house ready so that someone walks in, it's light, bright, airy, beautiful, they can see themselves in the space and they're not immediately pointing out all these little imperfections that we could have taken care of beforehand. Number 3, light, bright, airy, beautiful photography and videography. So important. You guys are watching this on video right now. People watch video. Have beautiful photography. Have great video content of your house so that people can see that and be attracted to the house right off the bat. They want to see it before they've even gotten there. That is key. So when you hire a realtor, they should be hiring a professional photographer and videographer to take beautiful photos of your listing. Don't do it on your iPhone. iPhones are great. I love mine. Makes me look fantastic, but it is not the right thing to do when you're trying to list your house for top dollar. So just don't do it. Get a realtor that's going to do the photography. That's not on you guys. It's your realtor to do the photography for you. So very, very important. Number 4. And I said this was my list, okay? So you're gonna have other lists of other people telling you top 5 things to do, whatever. This is my list. Number 4, be available to show your house. It is so frustrating when I'm working with buyers and I can't get in to see houses. A lot of times people are coming in from out of town. They may be only here for a day, maybe 2 days. And if they can't get in to see your house because you make it virtually impossible to show, how are you expecting to sell it fast? Like, I think that's so obvious, but it happens so often. I literally just had clients in town for 2 days. We tried to go see a listing. The agent couldn't get a hold of her seller for like 12 hours. My clients came and went and we never went to see the house. So that could a complete missed opportunity for that seller. We could never go see it. So make sure that you are ready to list your house, that you're ready to show your house and keep it ready to be seen, okay? So don't go home and like throw your laundry everywhere and then you're having to scramble and that's why you have to cancel showings. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. Big tip. Last thing, number 5, don't get greedy. Have that number in your head. Know what you want to accept. If you list it for a certain price and that's the number that you're okay with, let's not try to get greedy, get multiple offers, just try to drag this out, because the longer you drag it out, the longer you're on the market and the longer people are like, ooh, why is nobody buying it at that price? And that's when you get those lowball offers. So know what your number is. If you get that number and it's a good acceptable offer, move forward and let's be done with it. So those are my top 5 tips for selling your house fast in this market, or really any market. And you know where to find me. Subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know if you have any questions.